So the second part of this assessment, the first part is fish and chips, the second part is making a stir fry. And as you saw from the ingredients, I've cut them all into really, really thin strips. I'll just talk you through the amounts though. So I've got a quarter of a yellow pepper into thin strips, a quarter of a red pepper, a quarter of a green pepper, I've got half a red onion, I've got half a carrot, a small handful of bean sprouts which have been washed really, really well. Remember they can be a really, really strong source of food poisoning bacteria. There was a case not so long ago where a group of people died from eating bean sprouts that haven't been washed properly. So give them a really, really good wash. We've got one spring onion that's been cut into diamonds. I've got a whole leaf of Savoy cabbage, just cut into strips. And I've got about 5 or 6 manchoux, which has just been cut into really thin strips again. We've got also a clove of garlic, crushed into a paste, and a small amount of hoisin sauce, and a little bit of sesame oil as well, which gives some really, really nice flavour. Here as well, I've got one strip of Chinese noodles, and what we have to do before we do any stir frying is blanch them. Okay, so we're going to cook them in some simmering water. So on my right hand side here, I've got a pan of water which has just come to the boil. In there I'm going to put a really, really good pinch of salt, and I'm going to just drop the noodles in, and they'll literally take about 2 minutes to cook, no more than that. Once they're cooked, then I'll refresh them in cold water. So these noodles have been in here probably about 2 to 3 minutes, something like that. I'm just going to test them just to see whether they're cooked. So you just need to break a small amount off, test it between your teeth, and I can tell that that's cooked because I can just bite through it. So it's just lost its crunchiness, and I can just bite through that. That's just about ready. So we need to refresh them now. Okay, and I'm going to do that by lifting them out of the boiling water just with some tongs, and straight into some cold water that I've got just sat at the side here. Okay, so get as much out as you can, and then we finish with this boiling water. We don't need this, and I'm just going to get rid of that down the sink and wash the pan up.